Why is my resume not getting me interviews? If you're sending out your resume and not hearing back, this is probably going to be a question you want the answer to. And as a resume writer, this is a question people often ask before they work with me. Hi, my name's Vida Thompson. I'm a career coach and professional resume writer. And today I want to talk about the 3 main reasons you're not getting interviews after you send out your resume. The first reason is the wrong format. So your resume is not compatible with applicant tracking systems. So what are applicant tracking systems? Well, applicant tracking systems are human resources software designed to streamline the hiring process for companies. With hundreds of job applicants for every opening, it's impossible for recruiters to read through every application. ATS ranks your resume based on how well it matches the job description. If your resume doesn't have a format that's compatible with ATS, it might not ever get to the recruiter in the first place. A few tips on how to effectively format your resume for ATS. First, use a 1-column format. So 2-column format resumes are often incompatible with ATS, and the data may end up getting garbled. The second thing you need to do is eliminate graphics, images, charts, and photos. All of this content isn't compatible with ATS and could end up causing information to be missed completely. Lastly, use a clean design and stick with simple fonts and bullets. Keep a standard resume structure with specific headings, minimize the use of tables, and use standard fonts and bullets to ensure the data will be processed accurately. Now, my full video on applicant tracking systems will take you through all the details you need to know about ATS and how to make sure your resume meets these requirements. I'll include a link to this video in the description too, so you can check it out after. The second reason is no target. So a resume with no target is one that doesn't make it clear what you do or what you want to do. I generally define a resume with no target as one where I can identify what the person wants or what they do within 5 seconds. Today's resumes need to be very targeted to the role you want to apply to. Unfortunately, a lot of people are still sending out general resumes that highlight their skills and abilities in a very broad way. General resumes that aren't focused on the requirements of a specific role just won't work anymore. It needs to be clear to the hiring professional that you're a fit for the role. So here are the 2 main reasons why a job target is so important. Resumes written by those who are unsure of what they want tend to be unfocused and scattered. And this is not what a recruiter wants to see. And recruiters and HR professionals only want to see resumes that are aligned with the posting's requirements. So think about this from a recruiter or HR professional's perspective. If it isn't clear right away why you're qualified for the role, why would they send your resume on to a hiring manager? The hiring manager isn't going to see how your resume is relevant either, and they're actually probably going to be unhappy with the recruiter for sending along a resume that doesn't meet what they're looking for. What if you aren't clear about the type of position you want? So I often hear from clients who have general resumes and aren't hearing back and aren't getting interviews, that they aren't sure about what they want to do yet. Or maybe they're considering 2 different types of roles. So if you aren't sure what you want to do, you want to get some clarity on that first before you write your resume. Career coaching and counseling can definitely help with that. If you're considering 2 types of jobs, you might need to create 2 different versions of your resume. I have a video on this topic as well. My video, Do You Need 2 Resumes?, provides more information on this. The third reason that you might not be hearing back is that your resume doesn't have a plan. So a resume with no plan is one that isn't demonstrating that you have the ability to do the job. Unfortunately, it's not enough to just have a clear target. This definitely helps, but the next important thing you need to do is come up with a plan to show the recruiter or HR professional that you have what it takes to effectively do the job. So how do you do this? Well, you need to do some research, and luckily job postings tell you what hiring professionals are looking for in a candidate. To make a plan, what you need to do is research postings you're interested in and put together all of the details you need to convince the reader of your resume you can do the job. And remember, You don't need to meet all of the requirements of the posting to do this. Most successful candidates don't have everything that's in there. So here are the steps you should follow. Step number 1, review the job posting in detail. Read through the job postings and descriptions carefully and identify the keywords you see repeatedly. Step 2, make notes of the keywords that you observe. So keywords are skills, abilities, and qualifications that are important to the role. Step 3, compare. Are these keywords consistent between jobs? In most cases, you'll find a ton of similarities. However, there will sometimes be differences, and that is normal as well. For the differences, you might need to tweak your resume. Applicant tracking systems come into play here too. The ATS scans your resume for relevant keywords and content. Reviewing the job posting and identifying the right content will ensure that your resume gets noticed. Interested in learning more? Download my free resume checklist, link in the comments, to learn more about the 3 simple steps you need to take to write a resume that starts getting you interviews. My ultimate resume writing course will teach you how to do everything I've just mentioned. If you've got some spare time on the weekend, the course can be completed in just a couple of days. So if you want to start getting interviews sooner, sign up today.